It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions, and it comes your way next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Sometimes when you get a third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Fields toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing again is Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Fields on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Montgomery going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Dante Pettis. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Partner, are they going to cover him? Well, that's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
But what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag?
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Komet. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
They try again with Montgomery, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he's got it. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Goff. On the slant, this is Chark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Goff. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Fields.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now Montgomery running right. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Bears are going to get a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 35. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
3rd and 2, Fields. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here we go on 4th down, Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running left, Montgomery. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Fields. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Byron Pringle there to make the grab, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions now taking over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Being chased out left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
On first down, it's Fields.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
We got to get full time now. Y'all got time. Let's go.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
David Montgomery.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Goff now to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10. Here's Goff.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Second and 10. Goff again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, They weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And some room to work. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That good for 19 and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Justin Jones there on the stop. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Goff. He'll drop this down to Jackson, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw is Fields. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Fields. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing again is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. On third down, Herbert. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, it's gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a first down throw. Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On second down, Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
A little juke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, Almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Fields. This is caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, Goff. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Wright's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down, Goff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff throwing again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Goff on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing again on second down. Goff, slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Goff now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And taken down just shy of the 40. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go with the option coming right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman at Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 7, 56 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Goff. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.